This is Computer Dweebs giving you computer's needs. Games performing badly? Getting black screens when you try and watch videos? Random blue screens too? Typically, it might just be a driver error. Drivers are pieces of software that teach your computer how to interact with the rest of your machine. When these bug up, they can cause problems. And since graphics driver is one of the most commonly upgraded drivers on your computer, it can sometimes be the result of bad files interacting with a new driver. Here's what you do. Alright folks, so the first step to this whole process is to grab yourself a piece of software called DDU. That is the Display Driver Uninstaller. The purpose of it is that it removes your display driver entirely. This includes new files, old files, everything. And the idea in this case is that it will ensure that the driver is not corrupt when it is reinstalled. Sometimes what will happen is that your old files will infect your new files and everything will get jumbled together and it's a real mess. So it's best to just pull it all off and start from scratch. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and open up your web browser of choice and open up your search engine of choice. I prefer Google myself, but you can use whatever you like. You're going to want to look up Display Driver Uninstaller. This is the very first one you'll see here, yep. So we'll want to click on that. Here you are. You'll want to scroll on down and you'll want to hit a download mirror. Doesn't matter which one it is. I'm going to go for the West Coast there. It's going to download all that there. There it is. Now, what you'll want to do is you want to open that up. I had a previous version in there. And as you can see, it's already kind of compressed. I usually recommend going ahead and uncompressing it and dragging it directly to the desktop there. Yep. Then you're going to want to double-click this here. Extract that file directly to your desktop. Boom! As you can see, there is now a file folder there. So, we're going to minimize that for now. We're going to need that in a bit. Double-click that. There's the Display Driver Uninstaller. You don't want to run it yet. Don't run it yet. We're going to need to go into a certain mode to make it work real good. But we're going to leave that alone for now. Next, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to your driver manufacturer's website or your graphics card manufacturer's website. This can be NVIDIA. This can be AMD. I've even seen some Intel graphics cards. But I'll go ahead and put some screenshots up on screen now so you can see what those look like. Now, the real important part is that we go ahead and boot us into safe mode. Easiest way to do that is to hold down your shift key, click on here, go to power, and then while you're holding your shift key, hit restart. Now, this is the same for Windows 11 as well, by the by. This will work the same way on Windows 11. Now, you're going to want to go ahead and hit troubleshoot. You're going to want to go to advanced options. You're going to want to go to startup settings. And it will say restart to change Windows options such as enable low resolution video mode, enable debugging mode, yada yada, enable safe mode. That's what we're going to want. Now you're going to want to strike the number key that lines up with what we're wanting. In this case, we just want safe mode, so we strike the number 4. There we go. So now we're in safe mode. You can tell because you got this whole thing up here. You got the little thing up there on all 4 corners saying, hey, we're in safe mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up DDU, the Display Driver Uninstaller. It's going to go ahead and launch in this case here. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to hit Select Device Type, GPU, Select Device. But in this case, we'll just hit NVIDIA for the purpose of this there. And now we will go ahead and hit Clean and Do Not Restart. And this will essentially uninstall your GPU drivers, as you see here. It's basically wiping every single trace of them off of your machine. This is also a good idea to do if you upgrade your graphics card there, because it'll wipe out all the previous drivers and all the previous nonsense. So you'll hit yes to exit now. And normally this is where I would say go ahead and run the installer for whatever your manufacturer's driver is. Having said that, unfortunately I cannot demonstrate that with VirtualBox today. However, it is pretty straightforward. You just double click on the executable for that driver and it just runs through its whole thing. This will eliminate most problems you might be experiencing with graphics and display problems. And for anything else, stay tuned.